to be banking on when it comes this Sunday? Money in the Bank 2014 live on the WWE Network, maybe on pay-per-view, but not on DirecTV. Well, I got it. Who are you going to be banking on? You can decide that for yourself if you comment in the comment section below and interact with me, and just talk about wrestling or about this pay-per-view or blah, 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 blah. So please comment in the comment section below, like this video if you like it, or if you don't like it, whatever. And if you haven't subscribed already, hit the subscribe button. I'm going to tell you who I'm banking on. See, I'm going to make brief, yeah. I'll tell you who I'll be banking on when I get done with this pay-per-view predictions video. But also, thank you for watching and tuning in for this another edition of a pay-per-view prediction before show. So let's go ahead and get on to the pay-per-view. I'm not even going to talk about the Daniel Bryan kickoff show or whatever. That's just going to be him answering questions. Divas title match, Paige versus Naomi. Paige is the Divas champion at this current moment, and she's so boring, and she's so, I don't know, I just don't like Paige. And all of a sudden, like, maybe she was cool in NXT, but, all she does is, and, screams or whatever, and she just gets in the ring, and she puts him in the submission hole, and they tap, and, she just gets a challenge, and 2 weeks build, and she wins, like, and then she'll do the same thing over again when the pay-per-view comes, and, blah, 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 she's bland, and I don't know, I'm not a fan of Paige, and I don't see what's the big thing about Paige. People think that Paige was great, and everybody was marking out, when she came out there for the, on Raw after WrestleMania and challenged AJ Lee, or she didn't challenge AJ Lee, she just congratulated her, or whatever. So, like, I don't see what's so good about Paige. But anyway, she's wrestling Naomi. If Naomi was going to win this match, I would be excited. But probably Cameron, due to the fact that Cameron's heel now. Woo! Oh my God, Cameron's heel. And, due to the fact of that, she's probably going to, like, cost Naomi the match, and that's going to set up a one-on-one match with them. Naomi eventually will win the Divas title, I hope, but yeah, Paige is going to retain this match. This hasn't been announced yet, but this is more than likely going to be on the pay-per-view. Ryback versus Goldust and Stardust, because Ryback lost on Raw, and they figured, oh, let's get a rematch or whatever. So, Ryback versus Goldust and Stardust. I'm a big fan of Stardust, or Cody Rhodes, in this new tag team of Stardust and Goldust, because it used to be Cody Rhodes and Goldust, and now it's Stardust and Goldust. It's really going to be I really like their tag team, and hopefully they can go far. And normally, like, their feud was just hitting a dead end. They were just having, Cody Rhodes split and Payback very awkwardly and say you need a new tag team partner. And then it'd lead up to have R-Truth come out, and then it would lead up to have Sin Cara team with him, or Kofi Kingston. Now it's Stardust, and I'm really interested in this tag team. Maybe they can get in the hunt for tag team titles. Should they win tag team titles? No. But should they be in the hunt? Yes, because eventually they will need to split up. Because I thought it was going to happen at WrestleMania, a one-on-one match between these two, and then I was thinking SummerSlam maybe, because I don't know what Goldust's contract is, but eventually I think they will have their match, and I think they should have their match because it's going to be a fantastic match. But yeah, this is another alter ego in Dimension. I don't think it's going to last long, maybe about 2 or 3 or 4 months. For Cody Rhodes to do the Stardust thing. But yeah, Goldust and Stardust should pick up the win if they face Ryback. So, Rusev squash match, or Bo Dallas squash match. I really think they should do Rusev versus Bo Dallas, Streak versus Streak. Now, that'd be awesome. You have Bo, who is 9-0, and you have Rusev, who's undefeated. That'd be an awesome match. I don't know about you guys, but, But yeah, Rusev should have a squash match on this pay-per-view, maybe a Bo Dallas match on this pay-per-view, because really there's only 4 matches that's been announced. And, going from my inference and my wrestling knowledge to some degree, I'm assuming that they're going to have Ryback versus Goldust and Stardust, and more than likely we're going to see a Rusev squash match, or a Bo Dallas squash match, or whatever. So if they both have squash matches, Rusev and Bo Dallas are going to win. WWE Tag Team title match, Harper and Rowan. Luke Harper and Eric Rowan versus the Usos, the Tag Team champions. I love the Wyatts, but they have no chance of beating the Usos tonight, because it makes no sense that they have Luke Harper and Eric Rowan win the tag titles and have Bray not come out victorious of the Money in the Bank ladder match. Now that makes no sense, and that doesn't make sense to some degree if Bray walks out with both titles, which I'd be going crazy, and I'd be throwing towels in the air and everything like that. and I'd be, throwing confetti if I had any pieces of paper, but that, it wouldn't make so much sense if they had Luke Harper and Eric Rowan lose their match and Bray win there. So they're both, they're both going to have to win the match. This one wins the match, and I think Bray has to as well, if that makes sense. Usos win this match because I've heard and I've seen that the Ascension are going to be called up from WWE NXT developmental and coming into the main roster, which I'm really excited. And I think the Usos are just holding the titles for this new young heel team, tag team to come into the WWE and have a feud with them. And the Ascension will eventually win the tag team championships, which would be pretty good because they've been dominant on NXT when I've watched them, and they're a really good tag team. Connor and Victor. Anyway, let's get to the next match right here. So Usos win the match. Should be an okay match. They've had a lot of repeated matches, so I'm not really looking forward to it. Money in the Bank ladder match for the Money in the Bank briefcase. It's going to be Seth Rollins versus Dean Ambrose versus Rob Van Dam. It's going to be Jack Swagger, right hand, We the People versus Kofi Kingston versus Dolph Ziggler versus B&B, Bad News Barrett. Now, Bad News Barrett, separated his shoulder on SmackDown tapings via Jack Swagger. Thanks, Jack. Jack Swagger gives Dolph a concussion, and he was on a roll for a push, and then now Bad News Barrett was on a really good roll and riding a big wave of momentum for Bad News Barrett, as the Bad News Barrett character or whatever. So, it's very disappointing that he might not be in the match. I really don't think, if he's not in the match, to be honest, I think Bo Dallas has to be in this match. Because Rusev would make no sense to have him in the match and not win the titles, or not win the briefcase. I really don't want to see Rusev win the briefcase either. But Bo Dallas should be in this match because Bo Dallas, is not going to win the briefcase, but he's going to be in there, and he's going to be in there, very close to possibly winning the briefcase when you have, an underdog character. That might win the briefcase that kind of resembles Bo Dallas to some degree. So Bo Dallas might replace Bad News Barrett, maybe a Tyson Kidd, maybe a Heath Slater, I don't know, somebody like that. But I think if Bad News Barrett competes, I'm banking on him to win. Now here are the 4 people that I have in this match to win. I got a couple figures right here. Bad News Barrett is a good opportunity. Has a very good opportunity to win the Money in the Bank briefcase, and I really think he has a good shot, and he's my number 1 front runner heading into this match if he's able to compete. Now, if Bad News Barrett competes, he's winning the match. Then we get to Dean Ambrose. Dean Ambrose has a big shot at winning this as well, but I don't think that the program that Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins are going to have heading into Battleground and SummerSlam, I don't think they're going to have the briefcase being fought over for, or have Dean Ambrose carry the briefcase, or a guy like a Seth Rollins or whatever. I don't think they're going to be necessarily going to win the Money in the Bank ladder match. They're going to have a great shot, and I think Ambrose is going to cost Rollins from hitting the briefcase, and Seth Rollins is going to cost Dean Ambrose not getting the briefcase because, they're both in a big program, and I don't think it really needs the Money in the Bank briefcase. Here's the bold prediction of Sunday. I think Kofi Kingston is walking out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. I don't know why. I just have a sixth sense that Kofi Kingston is walking out with the Money in the Bank briefcase. You can laugh all you want to. You might not even be laughing, but guess what? Kofi Kingston is walking out of Boston, Massachusetts with this Money in the Bank briefcase. Okay? Kofi's... Okay. And then, so Kofi Kingston's going to be walking out with the briefcase for some reason. I don't know. I'm just going to put his briefcase over there. But yeah, Kofi Kingston, I don't know why. It might be Kofi. I don't know why. And he's probably just going to be there for spots, but I'm going to go with Kofi to possibly win the match. I don't know why. I don't know why. WWE Raw Championship ladder match for both the titles. Although there will not be a briefcase, there's only one man you can bank on to win this match, people. And his name is John Cena. John Cena is winning both the titles. And I know everybody's going to be pissed off. And they're going to be raged. They're going to toss their computer. And they're going to rip the monitor. And they're going to rip the keyboard apart. They're going to throw it in the garbage bin. And they're going to be upset. And they're going to be like, I wish I would have never bought the WWE Network. They're going to say that, and they're going to rage, and they're going to be mad, and they're going to rant on YouTube, and they're going to type on the keyboard really fast, and they're going to break it because they're typing so fast with their fingers, and they're going to crunch, and they're just going to break. Okay, maybe not that far, but John Cena is probably going to be walking out of Money in the Bank with both the belts, okay? Because John Cena is John Cena. Let's face it. Roman Reigns is probably going to get screwed over by Triple H due to the fact that, Roman Reigns is going to be the next John Cena, and I think Roman Reigns is highly overrated. And now, you might disagree, and I know somebody, one of my best friends on YouTube, probably is disagreeing right now. And, Roman Reigns, I don't see what's so good about Roman Reigns as well. I mean, he's a pretty good in-ring worker, but I just don't, he's just bad on the mic, and, he could use work, but I just don't like Roman Reigns. I don't like the spot he's in right now. So Roman Reigns is going to get screwed over by Triple H. Kane is not going to have both the belts because he's old, and I just don't see Kane walking out with both the belts. Bray Wyatt's not going to win, unfortunately. Alberto Del Rio has no chance. He has a snowball's chance in hell to win this match. Randall Keith Orton. I'd like to say maybe Orton would win this match, but I don't think Randy Orton's going to win this match. Cesaro would be a good pick, but Cesaro's not winning this match, in my opinion. They're not going to give Cesaro the title just yet, because I think they're saving that for probably a Cesaro-Lesnar feud in the future, because now Brock Lesnar's got that big name. Oh, he ended the streak. Now we can build two or three young stars before Brock goes away. So maybe you can get a Cesaro in there. Maybe you can get another guy like that. But Cesaro, I don't think he's going to walk out with the title. So that'd be nice. Now, if Bray and Cesaro both grab both the belts, that'd be a dream come true. And I'd be living in Disneyland about now. Sheamus, the United States Champion, doesn't have a shot to because, 3 belts, U.S., WWE World Heavyweight Championship. No, it's not going to happen. So basically, Cena is going to walk out with both belts. Bank on that. And thank you for watching, ladies and gentlemen. And have a great day. So yeah, thank you very much for watching. Peace.